If you've ever felt dismissed, mislabeled, or alone with FND, you're in the right place.
I came across FND was when I started working at a neuropsychiatric ward in Bristol, in England. I had been working in neurology and psychiatry, and then I asked to work at the neuropsychiatric ward. So I arrived there and I had never heard about FND. I didn't study it as a nurse. How little support was out there, how many challenges people encounter in from getting the diagnosis to then accessing help and care and resources and treatment.
I know that when I got a FND diagnosis, I had never heard of it. And as a articulate professional, I was like, how did I end up here?
Also the context, the family, the support, and that kind of like using that biopsychosocial model, that's like what is there that may be affecting that individual or may be affecting the symptoms. Because I think that being proactive in nourishing our joy levels is a very important part of well-being. I hear a lot the challenges and awful things that professionals say to people living with FND. I'm really hoping that becomes less and less often because I hear some outrageous things, and often they come from a journey of not being believed, but not just by health professionals, but all by also family and friends that even though I would love to, I don't have a magic wand or something that I will, and there is no such a thing as if you do this, that, then symptoms will disappear or but what I always say is that I will do my best.
I always like to say if we have a head above our neck, we all have brain health challenges. And some days we are on a continuum of health and well-being.
First of all, this idea that is all on your head, that is not very useful. What is happening with some healthcare professionals of not believing their patients and the stigma about you are making it up. And if I could choose, I would definitely not be experiencing this. 100%. I have a course called FND Self-Care and the Nervous System, and I explain the autonomic nervous system and that sympathetic, parasympathetic, and how the polyvagal theory brings that third state of dissociation or freeze response that is affected by the impact that the vagus nerve has on the parasympathetic nervous system. First of all, I would say FND is absolutely real, and there is research being done. The person is not making it up, is not due to unmet needs or
You can improve and diminish the frequency and duration of your symptoms. I'm a living example of that from in 2020 when I was having 8 to 10 seizures a day and they were completely debilitating and I couldn't fall asleep without having a seizure. I couldn't walk more than 6 minutes. And now I'm literally climbing mountains and able to do the work that I wish to do and I'm passionate about and living a very full and joyful life. My body's speaking up and saying enough. I need to take a rest. So I love that your reminder was really clear on the importance of rest and taking a break and knowing that's a loving gift to yourself and it's not anything to be ashamed of or embarrassed about. However, I fully believe that as an individual, I have agency over my own health and that I can arrive to an appointment with confidence if I have some clarity about what I want to ask and what I want to say.
if you don't know much what I'm talking about, please educate yourself and read. There's so much research. There's these links that I can share with you. And if you don't know what to say, then there's no need for you to say anything. I may find another professional, but please be kind and please see me as a whole with that integral approach because I deserve it. I totally believe you. I totally hear you. What you're going through must be really tough, and I'm going to do whatever I can to support you. And
It actually brings tears to my eyes. Thank you
Mm.
for that. I think that's what we do want to hear and wish that more practitioners shared that kind of sentiment.
So I'm really like calling us all healthcare professionals to stand up and do what needs to be done so people receive the care that they need.
Some people get embarrassed about tears, but I don't. I
No, me neither.
one
But
of the things that I have learned through my years and years and years of just life is that let them roll down your face.